I haven't seen Fred Matiangi spend much money on campaigns, but I think I finally have a good idea in regards to where his money goes. You see, Matiangi has decided that bloggers will blog him all the way to the presidency. Because there's a group on X, Facebook and on TikTok. They have been propagating posters that depict Matiangi as the head of opposition or as the incoming president. In fact, he's one such image. Now, Gachagua caught wind of this trend by Matiangi, and this is what he had to say in response.
Ati unafikiri ukiweka picha ya mtu ate kwa social media he can be president? Ati unaweka picha the 6th. That cannot make you president. You must go out there and mobilize numbers. And you must inspire the people of Kenya. If they admire you, you must translate that admiration to votes. If they believe in your philosophy, you must convert that belief into votes.
Now, I've already done a video before highlighting why Rigiji doesn't like working with Matiangi, so I don't want to redo that. In this video, however, I will look into some of the things that Jubilee and Matiangi are actively doing in order to get back in good books with the opposition camp. And we'll also highlight why the opposition must resist their tricks. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number 1, the first attempt by Jubilee and Matiangi to get back to the warm corner of opposition is through the Kariobangi North Ward by-election. Apparently, they have decided to stand down because that seat was previously held by Munuve, who is a Wiper Party member, was for that matter. In fact, here's the tweet. Here Jeremiah Kioni is saying, the Jubilee Party wishes to announce that it will not be fielding a candidate in the forthcoming Kariobangi North Ward by-election, cognizant of the fact that this seat was previously held by Honorable Munuve, who was working with the Wiper Party. And in the spirit of opposition unity, just check that out, in the spirit of opposition unity, the Jubilee Party has resolved to rally its full support behind the Wiper Party candidate. This decision reaffirms our collective commitment to solidarity, strengthening the voice of the opposition, and ensuring that the people of Kariobangi North continue to receive effective representation. #Mbele Pamoja. Now what Jeremiah Kioni is doing is basically trying to save face. Sababu alisha choma. The other day, Cleophas Malala came out to expose Kioni and Matiangi also, in that never ever have they ever been heard, even in any rally, saying one term. Why are they so afraid to say it? It's because they don't want to close doors on themselves. They want one door open so that they can sneak into government, and they also want to engage the opposition so that they can see what can come out of it in case they look serious and they might take the government. In fact, here's Malala raising the issue just the other day. Roll the tape.
Umeona kuna watu wameanza kuja kuleta kisirani hapo. Wale wakina Kioni ambao wanatumwa kukuja kuleta fujo katika United Opposition. Ningependa kuambia Kioni, kama wewe uko kwa United Opposition na uwezi sema one term, wewe ni mole. So kabla mtu yote akuja aseme yeye anapinga serikali, unamwambia kwanza aseme nini? One term. Sasa wewe Kioni, enda kwanza useme one term, ndio tujue wewe sio mtu wa Ruto. Lakini yeye anakuja wanaongea kizungu mingi hapo, economy sijui nini. Sisi tunasema agenda yetu nambari 1 ni Ruto ni one term.
So again, the opposition camp don't buy into the cheap gimmicks of Jubilee. Jubilee is a pro-Kasongo party, and when the merger happens, do not be shocked. I'm saying something that I know. Don't be shocked. Number 2, Rigiji has been saying all along that Matiangi needs his own political party. And Matiangi has officially responded, but in a very meek, non-combative manner. Because instead of addressing Gachagua directly, he chose to address Kenyans by saying that no one should force them to subscribe to any particular party. Here's the tape.
I want to tell you, my younger brothers and sisters, when you go to your various areas where you stay, your sub-counties, your locations, you will meet people who have different views about life. People who belong to other parties. Your responsibility is to convince them, argue with them, and argue them to your point. Don't tell them, in this sub-county, you can't belong to this party, you must belong to this party, or else you don't belong here. Honestly, I want to be a responsible leader and avoid using negative adjectives to describe that kind of behavior. We chose democracy in our constitution, which means you have a right to choose your party, and no one has a right or responsibility to choose a party for you.
That is Matiangi indirectly telling Rigiji that, look, I have a right to be in Jubilee. Every Kenyan has a right to associate with whichever party they want to associate with. Let's not make this a big thing. and he did it in the most non-combative way that he could. I think the version of Matiangi yenye tunaona si ile tunajua ile ya bulldozer. Hiyo mutaiona kama atapita kura ama akipewa cheo mahali as CS or somebody. That is when you will see that. But that aside, the point that I'm coming to is Jubilee is not showing any seriousness. And the opposition must tread with caution. Because a party that once formed government, chances are it won't thrive in the cold, dark corner of opposition. They are probably making inroads into government. Because already Jubilee has value, we cannot underrate them. By being in the opposition, their acquisition creates the narrative of cracks in opposition, or that some numbers have been taken from opposition and given to those in power. Because it's always much better, you want to be in a position whereby you are coming from the opposition into the president's camp. That creates a very big headline. As opposed to you are coming from your own independent things somewhere in some corner into government. Tread very carefully with this party. Now that's all I had for you today, guys. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below. Do you think Rigiji is right on the money when he said that Dr. Fred is busy using posters to gain his way to the presidency, or was that jibe addressed to someone else? I personally think it was Matiangi. He has been doing it. I don't think it's very effective. I would prefer seeing him on the ground talking to people. It's not too late for Fred. People say I don't like Fred Matiangi, but it's not too late. People who advise you or who criticize you are people who like you. And the people who don't like you are the ones who keep quiet. Unavuta sigara, they don't ask you. You drink every day, they don't ask you. Those are the people who don't like you. But if someone tells you, bana, stop the drugs, stop this, stop that, unataka kuwa rais, wacha kukaa kwa hiyo chama, fungua yako. Why would someone be a hater and they're telling you to start your own thing, be your own boss, have your own footing, have your own foundation? That is not hate, that is the definition of love, if you ask me. But like I said, that's just my opinion. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And with that, here's today's ad of the day. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. Now, if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really, really need to subscribe to. All right, guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.